The 10 tests of competing prospects. I have grown weary of the incumbent primary supply. The fuel that ought to be provided at a premium level has become diminished in quantity and quality. Whilst it still flows as part of the devaluation that continues, the time has come to audition for your replacement. I am courting you following my usual preparatory work once you have been targeted, and I have now commenced your seduction. You are not alone. I am seducing someone else as well. It makes sense to have an insurance policy after all. You won't know about this competitor, at least not yet. But believe me that when you are in the early stages of being seduced by our kind, it is highly likely that I am seducing somebody else as well. In order to identify the best source of fuel, so that we choose the most effective primary source, we will set a number of tests. These tests are not so arduous that they will risk the seduction failing, but they are designed to ascertain which of the two or more competing prospects will provide the best fuel and thus will make the best intimate partner primary source. This current performance amounts to a strong indicator of future performance. Here are 10 of the tests that are commonly utilized. 1. Sending the same text message to both prospects to see who responds the fastest. 2. Sending the same text message to both prospects without concerns as to the speed of reply, but as to which provides the best fuel-laden response. 3. Arranging a date with both prospects and then cancelling, with a view to rearranging, of course, to determine who is the most disappointed and which of the prospects tries to keep the date alive by making adjustments and alternative suggestions. 4. Calling both prospects in the middle of the night to see who answers. 5. Sending the same gift at the same time to see who thanks us the fastest and in the most appreciative manner. 6. If sexual coupling has occurred at this early juncture, then sleeping with you both in the space of 24 hours or less, in order to determine who is the more fuel-accomplished lover. 7. Feigning a minor emergency, and seeing who responds the fastest and with the greatest concern and compassion. 8. Suggesting a date when I know that the prospects have something else on to see who will break their existing engagement in order to see me. 9. Having a lieutenant try to arrange a date with you to see if you rebuff him and make mention of me. 10. Holding a social media challenge to see how many likes, retweets, comments each prospect applies to my postings in a 3-day period to see who posts the most and provides the most fuel. Not only does this contest between two prospects provide us with plenty of fuel coming from two fuel lines, it enables us to determine who we should focus our greater efforts on to ensure they are seduced, and therefore ultimately become our intimate partner and primary source. If the contest is too close to call after the 10 tests above, then additional tests will be applied, and the 10 above will be rerun also. The winner becomes our intimate partner, but the loser does not go home empty-handed. Not at all. They are likely to be awarded the status of inner or outer circle friend, and therefore they will be kept within our sphere of influence as a supplier of fuel as a secondary source. They also have a future role to play in a prospective triangulation, and they may even be a promotion in the offing at some future point when we look to see if they can become the primary source the next time around when we devalue the current primary source. If you have experienced or you are experiencing some of the methodologies identified here, it is highly likely that at the time you were being tested or you currently are being tested to see how much fuel you provide and you are in competition with somebody else.